In this video, I want to introduce the most accurate buy-sell signal indicator ever created on TradingView platform. It gives you 5 layers of confirmation for finding the best trading signals. I'm going to teach you a very profitable trading strategy that helps you to find the most accurate buy-sell signals on the chart. Just make sure you watch this video until the end and let's get started. Alright, to add this amazing indicator to our chart, here we click on indicators and we search trend meter. We add this one, which is written by someone named LIG_MC. Alright, this is the indicator, and as you can see, it is added here below the chart. First, try to shrink it a little bit down if you see it is too wide, and then we go to the settings of the indicator, and here in the inputs tab, we scroll down, and here we remove the inputs in the status line so we can better see the signals. Alright, before I start explaining the indicator, I'm proud to announce that recently I published a book, The Art of Price Action Trading. The link is in the description and you can get it later if you're interested to learn price action analysis. Alright, getting back to this indicator. This indicator has 5 different layers, and each layer based on the defined condition. For each time period, it becomes red or green depending on being bearish or bullish. For the first 3 rows, you can see that we have red and green dots, and they are called trend meter. Trend meter 1, trend meter 2, and trend meter 3. And here we have 2 trend bars, trend bar 1 and trend bar 2. If we go to the settings of the indicator, here in the inputs tab, here for trend meters, here you can see that you can choose different conditions for them. For example, for trend meter 1, we have MACD crossover fast, meaning we have shorter length for EMAs, so we get crossover signals for shorter term momentum changes. So here in the first row, when the current candlestick is already closed, based on a MACD with settings of 8, 21, and 5, if the crossover is bearish, we get a red dot, and if the crossover is bullish, we get a green dot. For trend meter 2, the second row, you can see that by default, the condition is based on RSI with length of 13. If the RSI line is below the center line, we get a red dot, and if the RSI line is above the center line, we get a green dot. And for trend meter 3, the third row, we can see that by default, the condition is based on RSI with length of 5. If the RSI line is below the center line, we get a red dot, and if the RSI line is above the center line, we get a green dot. And here in this part, for trend bars, you can see that we have settings for trend bar 1 and trend bar 2. And for each of them, we have 3 conditions to choose, which are based on moving average crossover or moving average direction. By default, for trend bar 1, we have moving average crossover, and both of the moving averages are set at exponential moving average, and one of them is set at 5 by default, which is our fast moving average, and the other one is set at 11 by default, and this is our slow moving average. When the fast EMA is below the slow EMA, the color of the trend bar is red, and when the fast EMA is above the slow EMA, the color of the trend bar is green. And similarly for trend bar 2, which is this line here, by default moving average crossover is selected, and for the fast moving average it is set at EMA with length of 13, and for the slow moving average it is set at simple moving average with length of 36. So here we have longer term moving averages, which will help us with longer term momentum identification. As you probably noticed, the default settings are based on lower length of the indicator, and this makes it suitable for short-term trading on shorter time frames. We have 5 different layers of confirmation for identifying momentum changes. Here we have trend bar 2, which is actually for longer term momentum change identification, and inside this we have another layer, trend bar 1, which helps us with shorter term momentum change within the longer term momentum. And then we have another 3 layers of momentum identification. Trend meter 2 and 3 are based on RSI, in which trend meter 2 is RSI 13, and then we have trend meter 3, which is based on RSI 5, so we can identify shorter term momentum change within the longer term momentum change. And then we have trend meter 1, the first row, which is based on MACD, and the MACD has fast settings of 8, 21, and 5. So you can see that we have 5 layers of confirmation for momentum changes that are happening in the market. When all of the 5 layers agree on the same signal, that is considered a strong signal for the current momentum of the market. For example, when all of them turn to green, like here in this part, it's a strong signal that different layers of short-term and long-term momentum are bullish, so advancing of the price is expected to happen. And when all of them turn to red, red, like here in this part, it's a strong signal that different layers of short-term and long-term momentum are bearish, so decline of the price is expected to happen. Please pay attention that when I say long-term momentum, this is relative to our time frame and the settings that we made for our indicator. As I mentioned, the indicator is set at short moving averages by default, so we are actually working with very short-term momentum changes that are happening in the market. Here in the top, the indicator also shows some signals which can help you for easier interpretation. For trend meters only, when 3 of them are red, here above them we get a red dot, and when 3 of them are green, here above them we get a green dot. So when we have a green dot, we know that 3 of the trend meters are green, and when we have a red dot, we know that 3 of the trend meters are red. We have another type of signal here which is in the form of a plus sign, and it happens when wave trend signal also agrees with the trend meter signals. This indicator also uses wave trend indicator for more confirmation. So in times that wave trend gives bearish signal and 3 of the trend meters are red, we have a red plus sign here, and in times that wave trend gives bullish signal and 3 of the trend meters are green, we have a green plus sign here, as you can see. Alright, now let me teach you a trading strategy based on this indicator that helps you to find the most accurate buy-sell signals in the market. To decrease our risk as much as possible, we need to add another layer of confirmation, because as you know, we can have increased momentum in one direction, but if the market is flat, that would be just a very short movement of the price and not worth of trading. So we need to have another indicator that can help us with this situation. For this purpose, here we click on indicators and we search trend type. We add this one, trend type indicator, which is an editor specs indicator and written by Bob Rivera. Alright, this is the indicator, and as you can see, it is added here below the chart. You can see that we have 3 parts here in this indicator, which are green, gray, and red, and we have a line that, depending on the direction of the market, it is moving in one of these parts, as you can see. When the line is in the gray part, the line itself becomes gray, and this shows that the price is moving flat. And when the line goes to green part, it also becomes green, and this shows that the price is advancing. And when the line goes to red parts, like here or here, the line becomes red, and this shows that the price is declining in the market. So by the help of this indicator, at any given time, we can say if the price is advancing, declining, or it is moving flat. Alright, now let's see how by the help of these 2 indicators, we can find accurate buy-sell signals in the market. From this indicator, we are interested in times that all of the 5 layers are agreeing on the same signal. When all of them turn to red, it's a bearish signal, and when all of them turn to green, it's a bullish signal. But the signal should also be confirmed with this indicator. If we have bullish signal, the indicator should be green, and if we have bearish signal, the indicator should be red. So for a bearish signal, we look for the times that all of them are red. Like for example here, you can see that this indicator turned to red at this point, and in this indicator, trend bar 2 is red, trend bar 1 is red, and 3 of the trend meters are also red. So this is a confirmed bearish signal, and we can enter a short position at this point when this new candle is opened. The stop loss is placed above the previous swing high, and the profit target at 1.5 risk to reward ratio. This was a short position setup, and for a long position setup, we want everything to be green. Like for example here at this point where all of them are green. So this is a confirmed bullish signal, and we can enter a long position at this point when this new candle is opened. The stop loss below the previous swing low, and the profit target at 1.5 risk to reward ratio. Here during this time, this indicator is showing decline of the price, but here we don't have the situation where all of them are red, or for example here or here where this indicator turned to green, we don't have all of them green. The way you should do is to focus on this indicator, and in times that it becomes green or red, then you inspect this indicator. For example, at this point you can see that all of them are green, so the long position is confirmed, and we could enter a long position at this point with the stop loss below the previous swing low and the profit target at 1.5 risk to reward ratio. Please pay attention mention that although this trading strategy is very accurate, but it doesn't mean that you will not encounter false signals. No, this is not possible in reality, and losing positions are always part of the game, and you need to manage your risk properly. There is a risk management strategy that is called 1% rule, and it's one of the best risk management strategies that you can use for scalping and day trading. I have a complete guide on this. The link is also in the description, and I highly recommend you to watch it, because without a proper risk management strategy, you cannot become a consistently profitable trader. Alright, that's it. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions, feel free to ask and leave a comment for me. I'll answer your questions as soon as possible. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and hit the bell so you get the notifications of my new videos. See you guys in next video, and good luck with your trading.